This is your Module 10 Introduction Lab, and when you start this lab, your first thing you're going to need to do is download your database instructions, lab instructions, and the zip file that comes with that. So you'll just click on those and then save them to your computer. And as well as the Module 10 Labs file, zip folder too. Once you've saved those, you can extract your zip folder by right-clicking on it and extract all, and it'll extract it right in the same location where you saved your files. Once you have your instructions open, you will, if you need access, you'll need to go to the Office site and download it. From there you can get the whole Office suite or just the Access application if that's all you need. In the first task, you're going to be opening up the Learning Access, the database terms file that you downloaded. And you're going to use your book, your textbook, or Google, or any other source you can to place the definitions in for each of these terms. Be as detailed as you can. I don't expect to see 3-word definitions, but fill out all those definitions, and then once you've completed that, when you close the file, it'll save it in the location that you opened it up from, and then you'll be submitting those those terms to me in task 4. On the second task, you're going to be opening up your Access project instructions, and you're going to be opening up your start file to follow the steps of those instructions. There's 25 tasks in your instructions, and you'll do every one of those tasks, and I have some more detailed instructions there if the instruction step itself is not clear enough. And then you'll have a project that will have tables in it, and you'll submit those to me in task 4. When you open up your database and start the project, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which you will have to do a file save as and rename this file. So when you open up your Access start file, you're going to go File, Save Database As, click on Save As, and then you're going to give it the name Module 10 Lab, and you're going to put your name after that. And then you want to save that into the location where you actually downloaded and extracted those files from. So you're going to save it in the same location as your Access project start file. Later on in task 4, you're going to be moving this completed file to another location. In task 3, there's you're going to create an Excel, and you're going to export an Excel worksheet from task number 24 in task 2, and then you're going to create a query from the Excel worksheet, which is basically using Excel as your database, and then you're going to be capturing that query, and you're going to be saving that in your folder that you extracted from your download. The way you're going to actually capture this query, I'll show you a different technique from the previous lab. You can do a screen capture by going to your keyboard and clicking on the print screen button, and what that does is that saves your screen to buffer, and then you'll need to open up a word processing utility such as WordPad, which is a little bit stronger utility than Notepad. Notepad you can't save graphics to, but WordPad you can. You can also use Microsoft Word as well, but I'm going to open up WordPad. And once you have your utility open, or your word processor open, you can right click and paste, and that screen capture is there. Now you can also capture just the window instead of the entire screen by selecting on the window and using Alt Print Screen. Hold down the Alt key and then click on Print Screen, and it will just capture the window, and you can paste that in here. And then you're going to save this capture document, call it Task 3, and then save it to the folder that you created or that you have on your desktop. In the final task, you'll be doing some file management, and you're going to be taking those files that you've created and putting them into a folder you're going to create called Module 10 Lab with your name. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go to my desktop, right click, New Folder, Module 10 Lab, your name, and then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to take the files that you've completed, such as your Access database, your Task 3, and your database terms. Those are the three main files that I have to grade your lab. So you hold down the Control key and you will select each one of these, and you're allowed. And when you use the Control key, you can actually skip files. And that's what's nice about doing that. Once you've done that, you can do it one of two ways. You can actually drag and drop your files over here into the new folder that you just created with your name, or you can right click and copy and paste those files over here. But this file folder is what you're going to end up sending to me for your grade. So here it is right here, and here's the files that are in there. Before you send it to me, you're going to right click on that folder, and you're going to send it to compressed zip folder. And this zip folder is what you're going to attach to the assigned Module 10 lab assignment.